right, welcome to Talkin' Reckless or Talkin' Smack, as DK put on Twitter, and that is very copyrighted, so we can't use that. With that being said,
Yeah.
welcome back to the episode 3 of Talkin' Reckless. We have some things to go over. We're gonna go over the main stuff from all 3 shows. I don't want to go over the entire cards with the podcast because a lot of it means nothing. Basically,
A lot of it is bullshit.
a lot of it basically means nothing. So we have the Raw after Mania, the SmackDown after Mania, and the Raw from last night to talk about, as well as The Rock's comments on Instagram and on the Pat McAfee show, because he has made some bullshit. All right, he has made bullshit comments.
He's made some bullshit.
He has made some bullshit comments. With that being said, we start with the Raw after Mania. Starts out with damn, I forgot. I'm great at this. Starts with John Cena. There we go.
There we go.
Starts with John Cena talking shit as he normally does. Randy Orton comes in, RKO's him. They set up their match for Backlash. That's pretty much all we have to say about that segment. It's
Perfect. Cinema.
yeah, cinema. The New Day come out, celebrate their tag title victory. They say they'll fight anybody. Then Alpha Academy then comes out. For some reason, Maxine cuts the best promo of her entire life. Basically says that the reason the New Day doesn't want to fight them is because they're scared of them. They're scared of the Alpha Academy, and that they don't want to fight them. And then that eventually leads New Day to say, "Fuck it, tag team title match right now." They have their they don't have their tag team title match. I forgot they don't. They don't have their tag team title match before the bell rings. The lights go out, and Rusev returns to the WWE with Def Rebel theme song. It's pretty cool.
Yay.
He comes out, basically stands there. So he comes out, gets into the ring. The New Day run out of the ring, and then he kind of like stands there for a second, looking at him, and then he attacks the Alpha Academy. So basically, all he did was beat the shit out of Otis and Akira Tozawa. But I guess that makes him look strong. I don't even know.
Oh no, man.
Then we move on to Io Sky comes out celebrating her retention of the women's championship. She comes out, basically is talking shit, saying that she's the best wrestler in the world. She says all this shit. Oh, I'm the best wrestler in the world. She does this shit right here. Like she does. And then Stephanie Verker, the NXT Women's Champion. I don't even know that's how you say her name. It sounds like I'm saying a slur, but I'm not. She comes out, and she basically challenges Io Sky to a match right then, right there. Not for any of the titles, just to have a match. They have their match. It ends in a disqualification because Julia and Roxanne Perez, who are now a tag team for some reason, come out and start beating them both up, which then leads Rhea Ripley to come out and beat up both Julia and Roxanne Perez. And then further things on Raw yesterday are setting up a tag team match between Rhea, Io, and Julia and Roxanne. Julia and Roxanne both at Waffle House the other day. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. They were both at Waffle House the other day.
Waffle?
Julia was eating a piece of toast, and Roxanne Perez took a picture and then posted it on Instagram.
Nice,
So that was pretty cool. Anyway, so we move on. That's our That's our first segment of the podcast. Waffle House. What's your order at Waffle House? That's our first segment. Anyway,
Let's go to that Waffle House. I don't know. I've never been there.
You've never been to a Waffle House?
There's no Waffle House here.
Oh no.
Hey, hold on. You know, I'm actually gonna look this up right now.
You guys are uncultured, bro. Waffle House is the GOAT, bro.
No, I'm just gonna search up a Waffle House. I don't think we have a Waffle House here.
If y'all don't have a Waffle House, y'all might as well not even be a city, bro. Or a
Wait,
state.
do we? Oh, we do.
Oh.
What? Since when?
Since forever, bro. Waffle House is the GOAT, bro.
It's on like the whole other fucking side of the city for me, though.
Well, all you need to know is you need to go to a Waffle House and order some food because it is fire. Anyway, they went to Waffle House together. Yeah, thank you. They went to Waffle House together. That was a pretty cool picture. It was a pretty cool moment between two soon to be called up wrestlers. I think they're both getting called up to Raw very soon.
Nice.
With that being said, we move on to the main segment of the show. The main segment being Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. They come out. They're walking out. They walk out there. Paul Heyman picks up the microphone. He's about to say something. No, he doesn't, because CM Punk says, no, fuck this. He runs out there. He said, no, I'm not letting this happen. Not on my show. He runs out.
Not on my show.
He runs out. Okay? He runs out. He runs in there, gets his ass whooped immediately. He doesn't even try. He just, oh shit, oh, God. Gets his ass whooped immediately ass kicked. He's on the ground. Seth Rollins puts his foot in his neck like this. He said, ah. Then
You shake it like that does not look very good.
Then Paul Heyman says that Seth Rollins is the best in the industry. He's the best in the business, and he's the future of this industry. And then, the Tribal Chiefs music plays. The OTC's music plays, because they said, no, you're not going on vacation just yet, brother. They denied his time off request for work. They said, no, you need to come into work today. So he came into work. He goes down there. He spears Seth Rollins. Superman punches Paul Heyman after staring at him. He's like, ah. And then he punches him like, ah. So then he lines up to spear Paul Heyman. He's ready to and he goes, ooh, the whole shit.
Yeah.
Runs, gets speared. He gets speared by somebody. Who the hell spears Roman Reigns? Who could do that? Who? Who? It's none other than the dog himself. One of the Steiner brothers' kids. Still paying royalties to his uncle for using all of his moves. It's Braun Breaker. He comes, he takes off his hoodie, he's yelling his shit.
Wait, hold on. Who is his father? How can I never remember this?
Rick Steiner.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep, Scott
For some
Steiner.
reason, I can never fucking remember.
Well, Scott Steiner did an interview the other day where they were talking about Braun Breaker. He said, he stole all my shit. He stole all my fucking moves, bro. He said he's still paying me back the royalties that he owes me for using all my moves. He stole all my shit. Anyway, so Braun Breaker's out there. You go, the dogs are barking in Las Vegas. They were barking. They said, ooh. I was too. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a very good segment. I was very excited. They then bring CM Punk back into the ring after knocking him out of the ring when Roman Reigns showed up. They bring him back into the ring. Seth Rollins looks at Roman and says, you caused this. Stomps on CM Punk. And then he said, you're the reason I have to do this, or something like that. And then he stomps on Roman Reigns' head, leaving them both lifeless in the ground. And then he's looking at Braun Breaker. He gives him a hug, pats him on the chest, and he says, that's my boy right there. That's my boy right there.
That's him.
And then Braun Breaker walks over to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman grabs his head like this. He grabs him like this, and he gives him a big old kiss on the head. He said, mwah. He said, right on the head. Now, I don't know if he gave him a kiss or not. I could not tell. The camera angle was behind Braun Breaker, so I couldn't really tell. But it looked like it. Anyway, that being said, Braun Breaker has officially joined the corporation. That is what I am calling it. And I called it last episode on the podcast. I said it was going to happen, and damn it happened. And now all we need is Omos to happen, and then boom. Then we have my dream foursome.
What?
Listen, I could have worded that differently, but it's okay. The dream foursome.
Foursome.
Dream foursome. With that being said,
that's insane foursome, bro.
with that being said, you always need a big guy in your group, and I think Omos could be that big guy that they need, because Omos needs a mouthpiece, somebody to talk for him. That's Paul Heyman, because his other one left. He's in AEW now. He's not on the roster no more. So maybe you bring Omos in. He needs something to do. He was called back from Japan for no fucking reason. He needs something to do.
Yeah, he needs something.
With that being said, we move on to Friday Night SmackDown this past Friday night. Obviously, Friday Night SmackDown, it's in the name.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena comes out, before he could say a word, Randy Orton's music hits. He walks out there and he basically says that the reason Cena is a bad guy now is because he doesn't have any kids. I don't know how that makes sense, but it does. With that
Just
being
don't think about
said, he said he's a bad guy because he doesn't have any kids. So then John Cena said, "You're not going to parent shame me." That's what he said, word for word, verbatim. That's exactly what he said. And then he calls out a kid in the crowd for flipping him off. The kid said, "Mm." And then
The kid said, "Mm."
and then he said to his kid's dad, he said, "This is why I have to be here, because you don't do a good enough job raising your kids." That's what he said. And then
Damn.
he said, "None of y'all have anything to say for your lives." He said, "This guy over here, the only thing he can say for his life is that he looks like Jack Black." He said he's almost
That's
100 years old.
insane.
He's almost 100 years old, and that's all he can say for his life. That's what he said. So then
Dude, Cena as a heel goes fucking crazy, bro.
he's calling out children in
Fucking
the
love
crowd left and right.
I love
Calling out
it.
that one kid in fucking Belgium. Like,
Mhm.
fuck it. Fuck everybody, especially that kid right there. Like, bro, what? Damn.
Especially that motherfucker.
Did you see what? Speaking of calling out kids or people, Paul Heyman, when he was on the Pat McAfee show after WrestleMania, somebody asked him. Somebody in the crowd was like, "Why'd you do it, Paul?" And he turned around and he said, "I did it just to piss you off specifically. Nobody else, just you." He also got very racist in that interview, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, I saw clips of that.
That being said, Cena then hits Randy, is about to hit him with the title. He knocks him down. He's stomping on him. He gets the title up. He's about to hit him with the title. He's holding it like this. He said, "Get your ass up. Get up." And then, out of nowhere, RKO. Boom, out of nowhere.
Oh.
Out of nowhere. And Randy Orton stands tall, holding the WWE title high above his head. He is definitely losing at Backlash. But it's okay, because now we have
Imagine he wins it.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind.
He wins it, but Cena wins it back.
Here's what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna try to have Randy beat Cena's record before he retires. I think they're gonna try to get him to 18 before he retires.
Wait, before Randy retires. Okay.
No,
like,
before Cena retires. Before Cena retires. Yes.
Oh, hell no.
He needs 4 more title reigns. He needs 4
It's
more
not
title
fucking
wins.
happening. It's not happening.
If my theory is correct, Cena's not retiring after this year. So if my theory is correct, because they already started promoting WrestleMania 42 in February, before WrestleMania 41 even happened, I think Cena's going to walk in as champion and he's going to lose to Randy Orton, and Randy Orton's going to beat his record. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I think they're going to have him win 18 before Cena retires.
I don't know about that
As a
one
big
there,
fuck you to
actually.
Cena.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
he's the
that's
closest.
happening.
He's the next closest, besides Triple H, because
mean-
him and Triple H are tied. But
Yeah, he's the next closest, but it's not happening before Cena retires.
all right, what we
can tell
can't
you
have hot
for
potato with the
sure.
championship? Can't play hot potato with it? Here you go. Here's a championship. Oh no, give it back to me. Oh, there you go.
Imagine,
there you go.
bro.
There you go. He like loses it to like Akira Tozawa on like a random Monday Night Raw or some shit. And just like, and
No,
then
it's
he
El
wins
Grande
it.
Americana, bro. That's who he's losing
And
it
then he
to.
wins it back on like Friday. Just gives him a couple day reign real quick.
Yeah, just real quick.
Anyway, so that segment happened. The match for Backlash is officially confirmed. We then move on to, fuck, what happened? Was that on Raw? Was it? No, it was on Raw. On SmackDown, The Miz gives Carmelo Hayes one of the worst chains I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's kind of racist, not gonna lie. But anyway,
Kind of.
with that being said, The Miz said, "I'm going to make my mark." He goes out there, says that he should have been at WrestleMania. He's the best superstar in the world. He should have been there. He should have been at Mania. He beat Randy Orton. He could have been Randy Orton's opponent, but no. He could have been El Grande Americano's opponent, but no. He said, "What do I got to do? Put on a mask and call myself Ray? That would probably help." But anyway, But anyway, we move. So he's out there talking his shit. He said, I'm awesome. And then the lights go out. Now, if the lights go out on me and I'm standing in the middle of the ring, I don't care who it is. It could be Akira Tozawa. It could be Vince McMahon coming back. Could be Brock Lesnar. I don't give a damn. I'm leaving. I'm not
I'm getting the fuck
staying.
out of there, bro.
I by the time the guy gets to the ring, I will be at home chilling. By the time he gets to the ring, I will be at home chilling. By the time he gets to the ring, I'm not doing that. No, but the Miz stands there. The lights go out. Lights go out. Music starts playing, and Aleister Black, out of the coffin, comes up, still selling his eye from when he got it poked out on the ring steps. Looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. He comes out there. He sits down in the middle of the ring, takes off his jacket. Everybody's saying, welcome back, all this stuff. The Miz goes, who the hell do you think you are? Hits him with a black mass. And then that's it. He sits down, and his theme song starts playing again. Perfect way to introduce him back to WWE. I loved it.
Perfect.
I loved every bit of it. The other part about it I don't love is that he's feuding with The Miz, but it is what it is. I mean...
Where else are you going to use The Miz?
Yeah, but I feel like it's a trope at this point for anybody who like debuts or returns to fight The Miz when they first come back. Like every single time it happens, like somebody gets called up from NXT, the first person they fight is The Miz.
Yeah.
Every time. The exception was Carmelo Hayes because he fought Cody Rhodes when he first got called up. But like everybody just fights The Miz first before doing their actual shit. So The Miz is feuding with Aleister Black after it was revealed that his feud was supposed to be with Joe Hendry on Raw, but TNA said no because Joe Hendry would be taking a loss. So I get it. I wouldn't want my superstar losing to The Miz either. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't want to lose to The Miz. I might quit if they tell me to go out there and lose to The Miz. I'm gonna say nah, I quit. Nah, because I'm not losing to The Miz. I'm not doing it. I'll go to TNA. I'll lose to somebody in TNA.
Somebody.
I'll lose to somebody in AEW. I'll lose to Ricochet in AEW. I'm not losing to the fucking Miz. Fuck that. Hell no. That being said, that segment was very good. Then we come up to the end of the night on SmackDown. The tag team TLC match for the tag team titles.
Yeah.
This match was a banger. This match might have... Honestly, they should have had it on Mania. They should have replaced the New Day War Raiders with this match. This match...
They should have?
Yes. This match was a banger. This match was a banger. I mean, hell, they used a prosthetic leg, fam. That's something I would want to see at Mania.
I think a lot of people would.
By the way, I didn't even see the attack with the prosthetic leg. I looked back up and the guy was holding it up in the air like this. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then they showed the replay.
I saw the clip from the guy with the prosthetic leg.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's how I saw it.
Oh, shit. Well, yeah. Anyway, used a prosthetic leg. They, yeah, there was a lot that happened during this match. There's too much to go over in this match. A lot happened. Tommaso Ciampa got speared through a table hanging off of the titles. He got speared through a table with the Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns teaming up together because Angelo Dawkins is climbing up the ladder because there's like a ladder in the corner and he's climbing up the ladder to get ready for the spear and fucking... And I think it was Alex Shelley set up the table and was like, yeah, hit him. They're just all teaming up on DIY. Also, Tommaso Ciampa looks fucking stupid without a beard. I don't like it. I don't like him without a beard. Gotta be honest.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I had to shave it. I get it. But I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't think anyone really likes it, to be fair.
No. It just doesn't look right. Like, he went from looking like Triple H to looking like Nick Aldis. Like, it looks so weird, bro. It looks so stupid. Right, give this man his beard back. I want to watch a segment on SmackDown.
Beard,
I want to watch a segment on SmackDown of them gluing the beard back on. All right.
Dude, that would be one hell of a segment, bro.
It's the entire show is just him
Yeah,
gluing
the
his
whole
beard back
show.
on.
It wouldn't even be a segment. It'd be like 5 at least, bro. This shit'll take so fucking long. They sew a
Um,
little bit together. It's like, oh, this won't work. Just gluing it on. We gotta use a needle and thread.
Before we move on to the Raw from yesterday, we did get the segment that I think everybody has been waiting for on SmackDown. R-Truth and John Cena. We finally got the R-Truth and John Cena segment. And R-Truth was basically talking to Cena, saying how he was his childhood hero, even though he's older than him, and that how he, he supports him and everything like that. That's what he said. And John Cena basically ignored him. Then Jimmy Uso comes out of nowhere, and he goes, "Man, when I grow up, I want to be just like him." That's what R-Truth said. And then he walks away, and Jimmy goes, "But you already grown, though." It was a very good segment, a very funny segment. I can't wait for R-Truth versus John Cena. That shit gonna hit like crack.
You imagine?
Anyway, that was probably my segment of the night. My match of the night was the TLC match. My segment of the night was that R-Truth segment because that shit was funny.
Nice.
That being said, we move to Raw last night. Now I'm gonna be honest, I did not watch much of Raw last night, because I was kind of bored throughout a lot of the show.
Damn.
All I remember was that Becky Lynch had a terrible promo because I kept hearing it in my room. I kept hearing her whiny, bitchy ass voice in my fucking room. And then I watched the first segment where Seth Rollins basically gave Sami Zayn a choice because Sami Zayn came out of nowhere. He basically gave him a choice. He said, "You can either get traded to SmackDown or you can get massacred at the end of the show." He said, "You have until the end of the show to figure it out." Later on, Paul Heyman's sitting there talking with Sami Zayn. He says, if you get traded to SmackDown, you get to face the winner of Cena versus Orton after Backlash. Shows Sami Zayn he's thinking about it. He's thinking real hard about it. Then Karrion Kross comes out of nowhere, right? This is another segment. Comes out. He says, "You better take that offer." So you better take that damn offer. So then everybody, you know what I'm saying, like, oh shit, what the fuck's gonna happen? Basically, Karrion Kross is telling him to take the offer. Paul Heyman's telling him to take the offer. Seth Rollins is telling him to take the offer. Braun Breaker just wants to kill him. He said, "I don't want to." Seth Rollins said, "I don't want to see you massacred." He said, "You're my friend, so I'm going to give you the option to leave now before we have to fuck you up," basically. Because he said, "Because I know you're not going to join us. So if you're not going to join us, you might as well leave so you don't get fucked up." Segment at the end of the show comes up. Decision time. Sami Zayn comes out there. Seth Rollins comes out there. Seth Rollins says, "Have you made your decision?" He said, "Me and you were best friends." He said, "When I had my baby, you were the first one that I called after the baby was born." He said, "We are good friends. We've been good friends for years." He said, "You need to do yourself a favor and get traded to SmackDown and get your title opportunity." And Sami Zayn comes on the mic. He said, "No, I'm not taking your offer." He said, "I've never run from anything. I'm not going to start today." And then he said something about "fuck you" or something like that. Oh no, he said this is a funny ass line. He goes, "You're my best friend. I love you, but you can rot in hell," or something like that. He was like, "You're my best friend. I love you, but you can rot in hell." I was like, "Damn, those are words that definitely shouldn't follow each other in that sequence." But all right, fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, it's a while.
Braun Breaker then comes out. They start a match. Braun Breaker massacres Sami Zayn with 4 spears. The referee calls the match, says, "No, this can't happen. This is not allowed." He puts up the X, throws the X up for Sami Zayn. Throws that X up. Seth Rollins then looks down at Sami Zayn, says, "You made your bed, now you have to lay in it," and then hits the stomp onto Sami Zayn, leaving him lifeless in that ring with all 3 of them standing over him. And that's how the show went off the air. Pretty decent ending, pretty decent starting. Just the middle, the middle was kind of trash.
Yeah. I'm very curious on where they go with this whole Paul Heyman Seth.
I don't know. But I feel like they're going to have a tag team match at Backlash with Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk and Roman. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen.
Probably.
Or now
But
that
they're also teasing so much shit.
now that yesterday happened though, it could be Seth Rollins or Braun Breaker versus Sammy at Backlash. But
Yeah.
I think Sammy's dead
No.
for a while. I'm gonna be honest, he got fucked
Yeah,
up.
I think they need to write him off for this pay-per-view cycle and just do it for the next one.
I think he should probably come back at SummerSlam. That's probably the best bet for him to come back. Same with Cody. I think Cody should come back at SummerSlam too. Cody Rhodes. Update on Cody Rhodes. He is currently at Disney World with his family. He looks very weird without a suit on. Because I saw a picture the other day. A fan took a picture of him at Disney with him at Disney, and he was just wearing a shirt and some jeans, and it looked weird. It looked very weird.
Like what?
I'm used to seeing him in a suit, and it did not look right. But yeah, so Cody Rhodes is currently at Disney World. He deserves it after this year-long title reign in which he did fuck all. He beat Kevin Owens. He beat Logan Paul. He beat Solo Sikoa. I think that's it. So
yeah,
he beat Carmelo Hayes. He did beat Carmelo Hayes after the draft for the title.
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe. You know what think they should do with Carmelo Hayes, to be honest?
What's your plan?
I think they call up
great old mastermind.
I think they call up Trick Williams. And I think they continue that feud from NXT. Trick versus Carmelo. They turn Trick back face because he's a heel right now. But they turn him back face and they fucking restart that storyline. I think that would be a banger storyline. You don't have anything to say? You were about to say something?
I'm trying to think of how this would exactly play out. Would they turn him face in NXT then call him up?
I don't know.
Or
maybe
is it the off chance they turn Hayes face and have Trick get called up and mention that he hasn't forgotten?
I think Trick works better as a face. But you know what they could do? Call up Trick Williams, have him and Mello be a team again, right? And then have Mello or Trick turn on the other one. Maybe have Trick turn on Mello this time.
But I think the good way to do that, their first tag match, first ever one, is when the turn happens.
I can see
if
that.
They're doing it that way.
Like, yeah, I can see that.
And still playing to the whole things like I haven't forgotten, like that type of storyline.
Yes. I think they could, but I also don't think Trick Williams is ready for the main roster. I'm gonna be honest, he sucks on the microphone.
Hey, give him Paul.
I heard him on. We just adding everybody to this fucking stable now. Bring in Rusev, bring in Aleister Black too while we're at it. Just go ahead, bring all of them into the damn. Bring all of them into the damn.
Aleister Black with that lineup?
Matter of fact, bring in every heel into that faction. Just bring every single one of them. Even from AEW. Bring John Moxley into the fucking group. Bring Swerve into the fucking group. Like, bring everybody into the group.
Throw Joe Hendry in there.
Turn Joe Hendry heel, throw him in there, just what?
Dude, there's some crazy promo you can do with that though. Let's be honest. You can make his very happy theme song just start pitch down and slow down.
My favorite.
You can do some nice branding with that.
My favorite song from Joe Hendry, by the way, is the one that he made for Matt Cardona, calling him Edge's bitch. I thought that was funny.
You've shown me this, but I don't fully remember it.
Yeah. He was talking about Chelsea Green too. Hold on. Here, I'm gonna show him this, and then I'll cut and I'll come back, because I don't know if it's copyrighted or not. I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. They do the same shit in TNA though. Let's be honest.
That is true. After we finish recording the podcast, remind me to show you the AJ Francis one, because that shit was funny.
God.
Anyway, we're back. Podcast. We're moving on to the Rock segment, because he made some bullshit ass comments over the past couple of weeks.
I have no idea about these.
It pertains to Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania.
Oh
He
God.
was on Pat McAfee's show, and they were talking about the ending of WrestleMania, why he didn't show up. He said, and I quote, that the only reason he showed up to WrestleMania, or to Elimination Chamber, was because tickets weren't selling, and he only showed up to sell tickets to Elimination Chamber. He said he was never planned to be at WrestleMania. He said he was never going to be at WrestleMania, and that Triple H knew that months in advance. However, I don't believe him.
I don't either.
I don't believe him, and I think this is his attempt to try to get Triple H out and get his boy in, because he has his boy, that his like personal writer that writes all of his stuff. I feel like he's trying to get him in because it's the same guy that wrote for WCW, I believe. So he's, I think, trying to get Triple H out. I think he's trying to gun for his job.
That's an asshole move, bro.
Yeah. He also said in that same interview that he said, hold on, I want to pull up The Rock's quotes from that interview because there was a lot of them. There was a lot of bad ones.
Oh God.
But then we'll get to the Instagram comment that he made.
God, not Instagram.
Yeah, he commented on Instagram. Notes from The Rock. Here we go. Okay. The Rock said, and I quote, that he could have been involved in the WrestleMania 41 finish, but he wanted the spotlight to be on John Cena and winning his 17th championship. Which, if that's the case, why bring out Travis Scott?
Hold on, didn't you say there's never ever planned? But now he's saying he didn't want to do it?
Oh, we're getting there.
Bruh.
The Rock says that TKO CEO Ari Emanuel, which is his boy, called him for help because ticket sales for Elimination Chamber was slow, which, by the way, they weren't slow. They were selling out very quickly. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
He wants Cody to turn heel, which he's been saying for a long time. He pitched Cody selling his soul, and according to The Rock, Triple H decided to go with Cena instead, which I don't believe. I think they both decided Cena, but whatever.
Yeah.
The Rock understands that when people saw Travis Scott, he thought he was also coming out. He said he would have adjusted or finessed things a little bit more. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know what that means.
Maybe he would have adjusted his own schedule?
Maybe.
Finessed his way in?
But The Rock also said in another interview or another post or something that he didn't know Travis Scott was going to show up. So, I mean, come on, man. Get it together.
I don't know what's going on.
The Rock says he called Cody and John Cena after the Elimination Chamber and said that, I think the final boss's work is done.
What?
Yeah.
This man has no story. This man does not know how a story works.
This is where I think he's trying to get Triple H taken out of power. He said, and I quote, he liked the finish of the match, but he would have gotten there differently.
I think almost everyone would have. It's not just him. Like, no one liked that The Rock wasn't there.
Yep.
It's
And
literally all on because The Rock wasn't there.
The Rock started the storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
He then goes on to say that he was watching WrestleMania at home, which we know. But first of all, Elimination
What's
Chamber.
weird about this whole thing is, I said this before the podcast to you, is how, like, The Rock, like, the shows after WrestleMania were better.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that The Rock's boy getting more involved in Mania? Or is it just TKO in a hold trying to take over Mania and fucking it up?
Here's what I think. I think the Mania card was going to suck regardless. There was no build to it. But I think the main event for WrestleMania, I think Triple H made that main event assuming that Rock was going to be there, and then Rock later told him, like, right before WrestleMania happened, that he wasn't going to be there. I think that's what happened. I think Rock purposely didn't tell Triple H that he wasn't going to be there because he wants Triple H to look like a fucking idiot. That's my opinion.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't fully be surprised.
I mean, yeah. And then
honestly, if The Rock showed up instead of Travis Scott, like, yeah, I don't think people would have fully liked the WrestleMania card, but at least the main event would hit almost as hard
Exactly.
as last year's.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
maybe not as hard, but it would
But
still have like an
it would have hit
impact.
hard. It would have hit hard.
Yeah.
So then, Dave LaGreca, who is the host of Busted Open Radio, it's a wrestling show. He has Bubba Ray Dudley and Mark Henry as co-host on that show, and he has like Tommy Dreamer come on. He has
Nice.
I think he has who just became a co-host. There was somebody a wrestler that just became a co-host, and I'm blanking on it. Anyway, it's a radio show that happens every morning. They do a morning show every day. He basically crashed out about The Rock not showing up, and I'll actually go ahead and show you that crash out on the podcast because it is not copyrighted.
Nice.
He
You get
basically
hit with an email. Hey, please take that.
There
Pitch
was-
down.
there was
What?
a lot there was a lot of fuck yous happening. Was this it? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here's the crash out from Mr. Dave LaGreca himself. The way like cut to him just taking off the fucking glasses like he's about to whoop
Dude,
his
he
ass
was like
real quick.
clicking his nails. Like, when is this man gonna shut the fuck up?
That was the opening of the show.
That is an insane opener.
So anyway, we move on.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie. I have not even seen that part of the wrestling Twitter. We're crashing about John Cena winning.
I've seen a lot of people say that it was the stupidest decision. The same people that said that they wanted him to win to begin with are saying it's the dumbest decision.
To be fair, I'm not that in tune with the wrestling social media.
Yeah, I'm more in tune with
like
that side of Twitter.
gaming and in music. That's where my Twitter's at.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think that having Cena break the record was one of the better decisions.
It was a good decision. I just
I
think we
don't
could have gotten there
like
better.
the way we got. Yeah, I don't like the way we got there.
Yeah.
Like the main event, the way that it played out wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been way better if Dwayne decided to stop lounging around. But it would have been better. Wouldn't have been the best match of WrestleMania. Fuck no.
No.
It wouldn't have. I mean, the main event would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
But even if The Rock showed up, I would have wanted to flip the main event.
Yeah. So they posted that crash out to Instagram.
Oh, God.
The Rock commented on that. He says, "Hi, Dave. The business is a complete work, always has been, always will be. Every aspect of it, every match, every interview. Please join me, Cody, Cena, Brian, and the rest of us for our creative discussions, Jesus Christ, so you can expand your perspective. Until then, stop ranting. It's not healthy, my friend. Enjoy the show." Purposely leaving Triple H out of that.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Purposely
Okay.
left Triple H out. He put Cody, put Cena, put Brian Gurewitz, who worked on ECW or WCW, one of the two, but didn't
never
put
mind, he
Triple
did.
H in there.
I was going to say he didn't mention Triple H, but he did. His main crash out was on Cody, John, and Rock.
Yeah.
Triple H
Didn't-
came up like
didn't-
once or twice.
Yeah, but you say he didn't mention, so he didn't need to be in the comment. He didn't mention Brian Gurewitz either, and he's in the comment.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
It was I swear he wrote for WCW or something. Hold on. Brian Gurewitz.
We'll
He
figure
was the
this out.
head writer. Oh, he was the head writer of WWE
He was.
back in the day, and now he works with Rock.
Okay.
Anyway, so he put him in the comment, but he didn't put Triple H in there on purpose.
Yeah, that's...
So
all I'm hearing is ego.
my theory, first of all, ego, but my theory is also that he is trying to get Triple H out of power so that Brian can step in his spot. He's trying to make him look stupid.
I don't see why we really would need to change. I mean, besides that WrestleMania, almost everything's been fairly good.
He fucks up. Triple H fucks up every now and then, but you can't always be perfect, right?
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
But it's like
on paper, here's the thing. Like on paper, you can like read a story and like, oh my god, it's like the perfect thing. Like let's say you're writing a play, you read through it, oh this is perfect. And you act it out, it's like, oh none of this fucking works.
For for example,
and you don't get that much time to do that.
for example, video game movies back in the day. It seems like a great idea, and they fucking trash. Every one of them was trash back in the day.
Even some of them now, like
Yes, the Minecraft movie.
I loved it. I haven't even watched the
I haven't
Minecraft
either,
movie. Like
but I heard it was
I
trash.
loved it, but I'm gonna say this: a lot of people hate it, like the Halo TV show.
Yeah,
I liked it. A lot of people hated
I
it.
haven't seen it. The one I will say, the Fallout TV show, that was, according to everybody, very good. I've seen it. It
Yeah,
was good to me, but a lot of people said it was
that's what
trash.
I haven't watched.
You you want to know a better example? The Slender Man movie from back in the
But
day.
I wanted to watch that,
From back in the day, game
but
was
I've
great.
heard a lot of people didn't
Right,
like it.
but it sounds good on paper. Oh, a Slender Man
Yeah.
movie? That sounds like it's gonna be fire. That shit was ass. That shit was
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
trash.
Like, so much things can sound good on paper, even if you flesh out the idea on paper.
Right.
The thing with WWE, I feel like a lot of people don't get, is you don't have a full week.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a full week to fledge everything out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, either you're, like, cramming a show, or you have it planned months upon months in advance. And by the time
Right.
you get there and you realize it doesn't work, you can't really fucking change it.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah.
there's so much that goes on that
Yeah.
people don't really know.
I mean, they put this match together at Elimination Chamber, with The Rock being there.
Yeah.
So in my mind, if I'm Triple H, I'm like, okay, we're gonna have The Rock show up. Maybe have Stone Cold show up. He's gonna be there. What we got was Stone Cold running into a barricade, hitting somebody, and Travis Scott showing up for no fucking reason. That's what we got.
Travis Scott was the only alternative you could have really had. Because for some reason he was with The Rock
I feel like
for that.
here's my thing. I feel like if Rocket isn't gonna be there, don't have anybody come out then. Have it be a one-on-one, straight up one-on-one.
Yeah, I think
Have
they
a
should
ref
have gone
bump.
that route.
You can still have the same ending with the ref bump and everything. You don't need Travis
Yeah.
Scott to come out there. He did nothing but get crossroads. Get
Yeah,
hit with a
what you
crossroads.
could do with that one is have Cena, like, once that ref bump happens, like, fully embrace the heel, fully, like, completely cheat.
Which is what he did. He did that anyway.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, expand on it.
No,
It's
no,
like,
no, no,
it's
no.
kendo
I know what
chair,
you're
like,
talking about. Yeah,
expand
yeah,
on
yeah.
it.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm saying, like, we could have had the exact same ending without Travis Scott. There
Yeah.
was 2 ref bumps before Travis Scott came out. There was
I
3
think the
total in
first-
the match.
I wonder if the first one was supposed to be Travis, the second one The Rock, and the third one maybe Stone Cold.
Cause so the first
Maybe that was
one,
the plan.
so the first bump
I don't
happened. Nobody came out, and then the second one happened. Travis Scott came out, and then Travis Scott pulled the ref out of the ring when Cody was trying to pin Cena. So maybe it seems like that's how it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
I
Like,
thought
I mean-
I thought maybe at least they could have had Seth and Paul come out. Because here's why I say it. I predicted after night 1 that they were going to join Rock and Cena. And apparently I turned out to be right, because in that same interview with Pat McAfee, The Rock said that he called Seth Rollins the Superman of WWE, right? He said that. Next sentence, he said, somebody texted me about their souls up for sale, and he's like the Superman of this industry. Bitch, you just told us who it was.
Yeah,
Bitch, you just
basically.
said that 5 seconds ago. That you just said 5 seconds ago that it was Seth Rollins, and now you saying this cryptic shit. We know who the fuck it is. We know who you saying.
Yeah. So I mean, all we can do is live with the result. We can't change it.
You're right.
We've never had power to change it. It's already happened. We just move on.
You're right.
But like I said, I'm happy with Cena breaking the record. I think it was about time. Like, Cena either became a Grand Slam champion or broke the record.
Yeah.
I did not see his farewell tour ending any other way.
I figured he was gonna win the match, but I wish we got a better match as a result. Like I feel like the wrestling match that they were having was good before the Travis Scott involvement. Everything up to that point was fine. Was perfect.
I liked it 'cause his whole thing is, I'm going to ruin wrestling.
Right.
The match wasn't very, very fast paced. It was very slow, melodic. And
That
a lot of
that
people in main events, they want like a faster
yeah.
paced thing. So it was like working perfectly.
For
But
example, Roman Punk and Seth. That was fast paced.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It, the only issue is that it was Travis Scott.
Yeah. If it was literally any, I would have taken anybody else.
I wouldn't have.
You could
But
have. I, I would have rather they grabbed some random kid from the stands to beat the shit out of Cena or something. I don't know. Have Nicholas come
no, that
back.
everyone would be like, "What the fuck?
Have
You
Nicholas come
get even
back.
more of a crash out." This guy we just watched would have crashed out 20 times harder
I
because the
would.
fans would have crashed out 10 times harder.
I would have rather seen Triple H and Shawn Michaels come out there, and do something. I
No,
would
if
rather seen
anything,
that.
if it wasn't Travis Scott, I would like your idea of like
Nobody. Yeah.
Seth.
If I
Like
was
either nobody or Seth.
if I was Cody or Cena, and they told me Seth isn't coming out, The Rock's not coming out, Paul Heyman's not coming out, Stone Cold's not coming out, fine. Let's have a straight up one-on-one match then. Don't
Yeah, I
send
don't
anybody
know.
out there.
I'm trying to think of what the thought process was behind Travis Scott. Like, I get that he was part of the story in Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't remember how or why.
And you know the weird
So
part
I
about that?
kind of understood it. But
Speaking
at
of
the same
which,
time, fuck it.
it doesn't make sense anyway because on Netflix's debut, he walked out with Jey Uso. Travis Scott walked
Yeah,
out with Jey Uso on Netflix's debut, and then all of a sudden he's in The
yeah,
Rock's corner a few months, like a month later or 2 months later.
yeah. I don't fully understand why. You know, for all we know, it could be that Netflix wanted a pop star involved somehow.
I get
That's
it,
one of the only ways you can do it.
but you know who else was on that show?
Oh,
The Rock.
yeah.
Start building the fucking story then. But
Yeah,
but but
I don't
but
get it.
but you know what The Rock did? You know what The Rock did instead? He went out there and he said, "Oh, I love Cody Rhodes. Oh, I love Cody. I'm happy with what he's doing. You know, that's my brother. All of this stuff. He was drinking tequila with him in the back, and then he went out on NXT the next night and was basically blaming the fans for being mad about that after he just beat the shit out of them a couple of months before for WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even defend that at all. Like you're in the entertainment business. You're a fucking movie star. You should know how to act a story out.
He then said, also, Elimination Chamber press conference. After doing what he did in the ring, he went to the press conference. The Rock did. He said, "Not every storyline has to end in a match." That's what he said.
Mm,
Those were his words.
yes.
Those were his words in that press conference. Not every
But,
storyline has
you
to end
know,
in a match. Yeah, it
could
doesn't
end with
have
getting
to.
fired.
Doesn't have to, but it fucking should.
Should, yeah. I mean, the only way I can see like a storyline ending without a match is if someone is getting let go, so the storyline ends with them getting injured.
Ricochet.
That's the only way.
Ricochet is a good example. He was
Yeah,
in a
the only
storyline.
way.
He was in a storyline, and he was going to end up leaving, and he got put through a car windshield by Braun Breaker. I think it was Braun Breaker or Braun Strowman, one of the two. Braun Breaker basically beat the shit out of him backstage, and then he was written off TV like that.
Yeah, that's the only way you can do it. I don't see any other way.
He
Unless
said,
for some reason you have like a negotiation fucking segment and they have a peace treaty or something like that. Or could do kind of what the Nexus did with Cena, where he joined them, but instead of it by force, they signed like a contract. So then that whole storyline of the butting heads ends, and a whole nother one starts. I don't see any other way.
Here's a great example of how you should do this correctly. In NXT this past year, Eddie Thorpe was in a storyline with Ava, who is The Rock's daughter, who's the GM at NXT, and Shawn Michaels. He accidentally, there was one part of the storyline where he accidentally pushed Ava and knocked her over or whatever, and then Shawn Michaels came out and basically like, pushed him up against like the door. And you know how that storyline ended?
How?
with him getting an NXT title opportunity. He didn't have to fight Shawn. He didn't have to fight Ava. But it ended with him in an NXT title match. It ended in a match.
Yeah, it still ended in a match.
They got to that point, and it made sense for the storyline for him to get that title match, because that's the whole reason the storyline started to begin with, was because he wanted to be taken seriously and he wanted an NXT title match. That's how the storyline ended. He didn't have to fight Shawn. He didn't have to fight Ava, who were the two main people in the storyline with him. That's how you should do it. And I believe Shawn Michaels even showed up for that match.
Well, we're trying to think of ways you could end the story without the match.
No, but what I'm
That
saying
ends with
is,
the match still.
that's how you do it right. That's how you do shit right. Let's say Rock doesn't want to fight Cody. That's fine. At least show up when Cena's fighting him. Cena just became
showing up. Okay, yeah.
Cena just became
that makes sense.
Cena just became your champion. That's what you wanted Cody for, right? Why didn't you show up? Hell, you could have shown up at the end of the match. You could have shown up after.
You know what makes this even like 20 times weirder? I think we went over this the last episode too. Is how The Rock initiated the heel turn.
But in his words, he only did it because Elimination Chamber wasn't selling tickets. That's what he said.
Even then, continue the fucking story, you dipshit.
Thank you. But then he said in that interview with Pat McAfee, he said he contradicted himself because he goes, the final boss doesn't need to be involved in this storyline. This is about Cena and Cody. And then within the next sentence, he said, we can get back to the soul stuff later. Make up your fucking mind, Rock. What? Make up your fucking mind. Do you want to be here or not? If you don't want to be here, then don't show up then. If you don't want to fucking be here, don't show up. If you want to be here, show up and fucking show up. Damn, like...
Yeah. Anywho, enough crashing out about WrestleMania and The Rock.
Yeah.
I think we've done a good bit of that. We still have one thing to do.
Yep.
Where the fuck is it?
Oh
no, I lost it.
We're gonna end this fucking podcast after this because The Rock pisses me off so much. Because he has the nerve to not show up at Mania and then say all that is shit. like it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
Like he can't control when he shows up or not. Motherfucker, you're on the board. You can show up whenever you want.
Yeah, cry literally.
You're Triple H's boss. Show up. Damn.
Okay. There we go.
Alright, we're here. Oh,
nice. Alright, continue the game. Alright, this is the silhouette.
I got it.
Look at that silhouette.
I got it.
You got it? You got it already?
Yep.
Who is it?
Stone Cold.
Mr. Stone. It's
Damn
not Stone Cold.
Damn it. Okay, Goldberg.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
Goldberg.
He's not an alumni.
Oh, he's not an alumni?
Huh? No.
Well, Goldberg wouldn't be considered an alumni. He wasn't there that long.
He's a Hall of Famer, though. He's
not
a Hall of Famer. Is Goldberg not a Hall of Famer?
I don't think so.
There's no way he's not a Hall of Famer. He is a Hall of Famer.
When? Since fucking when? Oh, no. Now I gotta see when the fuck Goldberg was added to the WWE Hall of Fame.
Alright, so we know he's 6'3". Exactly. We know he has a little bit more than 3 WrestleMania appearances.
And he's bald.
Yes.
2018. I felt like I should have known that. Alright, anyway.
Who could it be?
He's a bald guy. Not gonna be Triple H.
No, because he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but it wouldn't count on here, I don't think. But he's an alumni.
Yeah.
Who's not?
This looks so familiar, though.
So he's a current wrestler, then?
Yes.
Currently active.
Ilya?
Bald, currently active wrestlers. Ilya? Maybe.
Is he like is he 6'3" though?
He hasn't had a WrestleMania either, though.
Oh yeah, you're right. It can't be him then.
He was injured for this year's.
'Cause he has to have more than 3.
Less than 8, more than 3. So it's about 4 or 5 Mania
Yeah,
appearances.
exactly 6'3".
The Miz? I don't look like The Miz.
That doesn't look like the Miz. My first thought was, I don't know if managers would count,
Maybe.
but I thought about what's his face, the manager that was for AOP.
Paul Ellering?
I don't know if that's actually him.
Maybe. You can try Paul Ellering. He is bald. It would make sense. No.
Okay, he's on Raw NXT.
Not.
He's 5'11" too.
He's also not on. Paul Ellering got fired, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. Oh, also that man's old as shit. Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Age is a factor, isn't it? All right.
Yeah.
So he's on Raw
Lashley?
NXT.
Lashley wouldn't count.
No, he's been in AEW for too long. I mean,
Tampa?
Oh, that's a good shout. You know.
How many manias does he have though?
I don't know. Enough, I would think.
I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to spell it.
Down there.
Oh well, that doesn't help.
Oh, he's on SmackDown.
What? He has
too.
1.
He's on SmackDown too. Jesus. Okay.
He's older than 39.
Okay. Older than 39 on Raw or NXT. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
bald Raw guys. Ricochet?
Yeah.
No, he's not that tall.
No. Okay, he
He's a
has to be
short little
6'3". Lashley. I mean, I thought Lashley. I don't think Lashley's.
Lashley's like
6'3".
6'6".
Yeah. We have 4 guesses left.
NXT. Who could it be on it? It's a young guy, right? No, older guy.
No, it's an old guy.
Sean Spears?
Can't. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Well, he is 6'3", and it
Okay.
is Raw.
It's a Raw superstar.
Yeah, he's older than 44.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck. Who could this be? Orton?
Is it Randy?
Wait, is Orton a Hall of Famer?
No, but he's on
he's on
SmackDown,
SmackDown.
right? Unless you count him as Raw, but I don't know why they would.
This mystery wrestler had some jail time before joining WWE.
I was gonna say Dominic Mysterio, but he had jail time while he was in WWE. He is tall.
Who
Though.
had it before?
You can try Randy.
Would it be Braun? No. Braun's fucking young as shit. What am I on?
Yeah, Braun. What?
I know. I just like saw. I don't know. Like the stance made me, like his shoulders made me think of Braun.
You can try Randy. They might count him on Raw. I don't know.
But I don't think he had jail time. No, he's also 6'5".
He did. I think he did have jail time. Or no, he was discharged. He was dishonorably discharged from the military.
Oh yeah. Also, man has way too many.
19.
Mania.
Jesus Christ. That's right. He had his 20th this year. Damn. Okay. Oh God. Oh
God, we have 2
God.
guesses. Watch this guy be like so easy.
Jail time before joining WWE, and he's currently active.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe he's not active. Maybe could it be a producer?
Give me a producer name.
Bobby Roode.
No.
Not even on there.
Bobby Heenan.
What about Jason Jordan? Just I'm trying to think.
Jason Jordan does show. But does he?
I don't know if
has
that
he
would count
been
as
in
an
the
alum.
Mania?
I don't know if that would count as an alumni.
Alumni is someone who's not active, I would assume.
Okay, then maybe it would count as alumni. So somebody who's active who had jail time before joining WWE. If it's Dominic Mysterio, I'm gonna be pissed. Imagine we
Dominic's
get these
SmackDown, isn't
wrong.
he?
No, he's Raw.
Well, he's also too young.
Yeah, I know. It would be funny if it was though.
Who the fuck could this be? God,
Not
no,
Ray.
literally
He's too
no name
short.
is coming to mind.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got so somebody who's been there for a little while, who had
Yeah,
jail
he's older than
time. He's
40.
on
He's
Raw.
probably in his 50s, like
R-Truth.
either late 40s, early 50s, maybe. I don't think it's our truth. What?
Okay.
Huh? Is this
A
not just WWE?
It might be AEW.
I thought this was just WWE.
Okay, if it's AEW, then you can try Bobby. Does Bobby Lashley even show up? Yeah, he does.
No, he's listed as SmackDown. I thought MVP. Oh, fuck me.
He
I
had
thought
jail time?
MVP.
Since fucking when? When
No.
did he go to jail?
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. After I guess Paul Ellering, I thought of MVP, but
How is Bobby Lashley
wasn't
on
with-
SmackDown? He's been on AEW forever. What? Okay.
yeah, I don't understand that. Play again.
What? Okay, so it is just WWE. Okay.
I wonder what it lists him as. A free agent.
It was.
What?
What?
Let's play the previous one.
Free
How is he a
agent
free
counts?
agent?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my. MVP? Hey, who?
LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way it's not.
That would have been funny
not.
if it was.
Okay.
I immediately got it.
He's older than 42?
Chris Jericho.
I don't think it's Jericho. Wow.
It was the hair. It's the hair.
Oh, this is an older picture of him.
Yes,
Okay.
it was the hair. I looked at the hair and I'm thinking of people who have their hair like that. LA Knight kind of has like the spiky things going on. And then Chris
Yeah.
Jericho's hair was always up like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, who the fuck could this be? I thought Ilya, because some, but I don't know.
And then if you kind of
look,
look on around his shoulders, you can see the scarf a little bit poking out.
I can't even tell.
Here, let me share my screen of you sharing your screen.
Hi,
Screen
Screenception.
shareception over here. Oh wait, no, here I need to keep this on here. Share screen on Discord. You can mute it. Right here,
Can you?
right there. Poking out from the
I
neck a
can
little
barely
bit.
see that. I'm never noticing that.
Well, I saw it. So we fucked one up and then I
Because
got the next
somehow
one.
MVP's a fucking FA. And Bobby Lashley's on SmackDown. Dude, I'm about to crash out about this, bro.
AEW SmackDown. It's a new show we ain't heard of yet. It's about to happen. It's
Yeah.
about to start happening.
Dude, when you said Jericho, I was thinking like they had an older, like a recent picture of him, not like older.
Mm-mm.
I was like, dude, there's no way that's Jericho.
I was thinking of wrestlers that put their hair like that. Because LA Knight has his hair sticking up sometimes, and then Chris Jericho always had his hair like that.
Yeah, but I was also judging by like how big he looked. It's like that is not current Jericho.
No, not current Jericho. It's the former. That's when. he
Yeah,
was
and
in
I was thinking about
WWE
like
Jericho.
current pictures.
That was when everybody was making the list. That was when everybody made the
You
list.
just made the list.
And then the fucking Kevin Owens, when he turned on him, he said,
Yeah.
he said, "There's somebody on my list, and it's you."
You know what, Owens?
I'm pretty sure.
You just
he
made
was.
the
I'm
list.
pretty sure he was the only name on that list. I think was it Kevin Owens that turned, or was it Jericho that turned on KO? No, it was Kevin. It was Kevin. It had to be.
Oh no, I can't remember. That was so long
'Cause
ago.
I thought they showed a video package like last year of like how many people he's turned on, and they showed that footage of him turning on Chris Jericho.
He's turned on so many people, bro.
Sami
This
Zayn
guy's the ultimate
twice.
backstabber.
Sami Zayn twice.
Wasn't it 3 times? If you include NXT, wasn't it like 3 or 4?
No, including NXT, it's twice. Unless you
Really?
want to include the most recent time, but he didn't really turn on him. He turned on the Bloodline, technically. And he was just fighting anybody in the Bloodline. I think, right?
I think it was more than twice.
Because there was.
I don't know. He loved turning on Sammy. God damn, my nose.
Damn. Well, okay. This isn't how many times he turned on him, but they have had 74 matches since.
Yeah.
But okay. How many times have they turned? I don't know. I know Sammy turned on
at least
him
3.
when he
Oh,
joined
maybe
the
I'm thinking about the
Bloodline.
Sammy.
Because when Sammy
Turn.
joined the Bloodline, he turned on KO until the Royal Rumble when he turned on Roman.
Maybe I'm thinking about the Sammy John.
Maybe.
But I swear to
they
God,
had
there's
NXT.
no way it's less
They
than 3.
had on Raw, I think, and then you could technically say 3 because of this most recent heel turn by KO, but he was also just going after everybody in the Bloodline. So like, who has been associated with the Bloodline? So I mean, maybe.
I mean, but they were never really teaming. I'm thinking about like when they were like teaming fairly recently, then the turn.
I don't know.
I feel
Kevin
like it's
Owens
3.
loves
Like
turning on people.
part of me is telling me 3.
You could be right. I don't know.
But, yeah.
You could be right. I don't know. He loves turning on people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jericho. You had Sami Zayn multiple times. You had who else? All right, real quick, sorry for the abrupt end to the podcast. I'm currently editing the podcast the day before it's supposed to go out, so I'm kind of rushing through everything. But 2 things that I wanted to note. One thing, the Dave LaGreca rant does not go in the video because of the way that I'm recording these. You couldn't hear it anyway, so I took that out. But basically, we watched the Dave LaGreca rant, and then we talked about it after that. And you saw us talking about it. The ending, all we did was talk about Kevin Owens turning on people for like another 3 minutes after that, and then we ended the podcast. So this was the end of the podcast, regardless. But I just wanted to let y'all know that those 2 things had to be cut out of this, as well as the Joe Hendry music, because I don't know if that's copyrighted anyway, but. Yeah, just want to let y'all know. Sorry for the abrupt end. We will be back to normal next week. I'm going to figure out what the hell happened, and we'll be back to normal next Friday. The Patreon should be out next Friday. I'm hoping. I'm going to try to get DK to do his punishment reaction, and then we're also going to record another reaction to some other stuff as well. So you guys can go check out the Patreon. That link will be down in the description in the next podcast episode. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.